My name is Rick Wegley, and this is Ask NCM, where we do our best to answer frequently asked questions from our clients and managers from around the country. This week's question is, why is tracking parts lost sales important? Well, if you don't know what the demand is for a part because you're not tracking lost sales on it, there's no way you could ever determine what that demand actually is. Your DMS system will actually only track parts that you've sold. Okay, so you can also track emergency or outside purchases, but those are going to count as a sold part. But if you're not tracking lost sales by inputting manually every time that there's a request or a demand for a part, even if it was just an estimate that we didn't get the job, how do we know we didn't lose that job? Because we didn't have the part in stock. So that's why we want to make sure that we're tracking lost sales. It's a manual entry by the parts counter person, and if they're doing it right, and you've got 2 parts counter people or even 1 parts counter person, you should be seeing between 2 and 6 lost sales per counter person on a daily basis coming through your shop. So your DMS will only track parts that we sell, not parts that were not sold. So if we're not using lost sales, there's no way to know what the demand actually was. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to order that part and put it on the shelf, but you need to know what the demand is to kind of make that determination. Some of the warning signs that you might see if you're looking at your lost sales would be, number one, if you have a fill rate or a fill rate or service level that they call it. Reynolds & Reynolds is a 2219 report, and on CDK it's an MGR report. We'll show you what your fill rate is. And if your fill rate or level of service is over 95%, I might question that as being that they're actually tracking those lost sales. 2 to 6 lost sales per customer pay counter person would be probably typical to see in a store. So start tracking your lost sales. It'll help you with your inventory management. If you have a question that you'd like to see us answer on a future episode of Ask NCM, please email your request to askncm@ncmassociates.com.